It's just such a beautiful day. I wanted to get out here. I had a lot of questions, and I want to try to give you some answers as I can about the blackberry vines. Several have asked me why I'm coiling them like this. There's a YouTube channel and our video. I'll try to link it at the bottom so you can see it. And this is the way the gentleman does his. And as you know, they can get very invasive. I mean, they can grow and spread and everything. If one of these get on the ground, it will connect to the ground and it will start another plant. I know from experience because I've had a couple of these get out and touch the outside of this box. So my intention is to, in the future, have another one over here. I'm gonna have to move my composting barrel, but I want to have another one. So all I'm going to do is take one of these vines and just take it and stick it over in the other side, and it will start, and then when it does, I can just clip off the vine. Also, several people told me they planted them some of these and they didn't get any blackberries. Well, from the research, now I don't know a lot about this, but from the research, it says the first year, if you have a root stock, or like I did, I went to the old home place and dug this up from a big one that we have out there, and I planted the roots down and got them started, little short pieces, and they grew up about this high. They did produce about probably 10 berries, something like that. It wasn't very much, like a handful. And but the new shoots, when they come out the first year, they will come out horizontally. They were running out long, and they're green and they're very flexible. That's how I got one started in the ground over there. Because if you try to pick it up, it will snap and break. I know that from experience. The first one I did snapped and broke. So I did my best to try to keep control of them while they were stretching out, because it's going to be the first year. The second year, they're supposed to grow straight up. So hopefully this year, all the new shoots will come up. Now these shoots are last year's, the new ones that I had gotten last year. These should be the ones that produce the blackberries. And it's real easy to tell once you see the difference between the new and the old shoots. And besides, when the blackberries start forming, you'll see the little cluster things on here. So next year's new, or this year's new stuff that comes out, I'll try to keep it back out of the way, let these produce the berries. When fall comes, I will take and cut all these down, and then take the other shoots and raise them up and cool them back up for next year. And by the time it gets that time, the ones that are out long, I mean, I even coiled some of them. You can coil them, you got to be careful, because like I say, they'll break. But once they leave that real green looking stage, like this color of green, if you can see that, once they're not that green and start just turning a little kind of a purple look, you'll see there, that one's kind of a little purple look, they'll be more flexible to where, or stiffer to where they won't break. And you can start coiling them then if you want to. I'll probably coil a few of the new ones this year up here, somehow. I may even coil them on the backside or something, just to keep them off the ground so they won't connect. But that's the way it works. You plant the first year, don't expect much. The canes, which are these shoots, should grow horizontally the first year. Give them time to stiffen up, bring them up, tie them up. Then this should be what produces our blackberries this year. And the new shoots, then I'll try to deal with those best I can. So anyway, I hope that answered some of your questions and why and how, because one person said that they'd gotten a lot and they planted them all and nothing happened. They didn't get very many berries. That was because that was your first year. That's why. This year you should be loaded with them. But I'll do a connection to that video that the gentleman shows how he done it. And he does it pretty much the same principle, and I thought it was a great idea, because I know how these are. They can get really carried away quick, and before you know it, they'll be everywhere. But that's not what I'm wanting. I'm just wanting to get enough to make some jellies, jams, and as some mentioned, maybe a cobbler. See if I can get the rest of this mulch around this bottom. Keep that grass down if I can. And besides that too, this is the mulch that came from my compost corral, and as you can tell, it's really dark and rich stuff, and lots of nutrients.